continue our conversation now with Dick Morris, who joins us from Philadelphia. Dick, of course, the author of the new book, Power Grab, Obama's Dangerous Plan for a One-Party Nation. Dick, let's come back to the fallout of this Paris attack here at home. What do you expect to see immediately in the days ahead from Homeland Security and this administration?
I think Homeland Security had better be on its toes to stop similar attacks in the United States. But I think that generally ISIS is a huge problem for Obama and for the Democratic Party.
But Dick, you mentioned something about... Go ahead.
Because the one thing that was very clear as Bush left office was that Iraq was over, that his surge had really worked. And then Obama put a period on it in a paragraph by pulling all the troops out unwisely. And now it's erupted again, and it's erupted because of Obama's precipitous action in withdrawing troops. And I think that this increases the focus on that. And anything that increases the focus on that has to hurt Obama and the architect of his foreign policy, Hillary Clinton.
Dick, you mentioned the prospect of France putting ground troops in Iraq or Syria. Do you think this also forces the president's hand and puts us one step closer to, I know we have troops there already, but real confirmed ground troops now, some sort of decisive reaction and response militarily to this today?
I don't think this will bring that about. I think it might move us closer in that sense. I think that you would need an actual attack on the United States. But I think that inevitably we have to put ground troops there because it's obvious that the aerial attacks, while they might be effective in stopping the spread of ISIS, are ineffective in driving ISIS away from where it's already occupied a huge swath of northern Iraq.
And as you lay out the geopolitical consideration, there are also political campaigns that seem to be ongoing. Dick, your new column goes into more elaboration on a topic you brought up here on this program the other day, the interesting dynamic with Jeb Bush and Hillary Clinton and how those establishment brand names may play out. Give us your take at this point in time.
Well, imagine you have a bookshelf, and on the middle of the bookshelf you have a bunch of hardcover books and you have a bookend under them. And then you remove one of the bookends. Not only will they fall this way, they'll also fall that way and knock out the bookend that's still there. Hillary and Jeb are really codependent. Each one so embodies the negatives that exist on the other one that their candidacy assures that they won't be attacked on their leading vulnerabilities. How does Jeb Bush go after Hillary Clinton for trading on her husband's name and not having done anything in her own right? How does Hillary Clinton, with her Wall Street background, go after Jeb Bush for being tied to the establishment? How do Bush and Clinton, both in their 60s, go after each other as being old politics, not a younger generation? Rick Santorum made a key point in the 12 election lead-up. He said Romney could never attack Obama over Obamacare because of Romneycare in Massachusetts, and he was right. So Romney could only hit on the economy, couldn't do a two-front and talk about Obamacare as well. I think that Bush would be unable to attack Hillary on her leading vulnerabilities.
We got about a minute left to go. Jeb Bush has been out there clearly trying to present the image he's going to run for president. Mike Huckabee kind of weighed in, but there hasn't been a lot of other discussion from anybody else. Is it smarter for the prospective candidates to wait a little bit, or should they go ahead and get in because Jeb is really defining the conversation right now? We got about a minute left.
Well, Bush and Huckabee both needed to come in early because they both have constituencies that have been languishing that they need to mobilize and keep in their bucket and not let them go to somebody else. Neither one ran in 2012, and the Bush brand has been on hold since 2008, as has the Huckabee brand. And you have guys like Romney that were thinking of coming in, and Christie that could take a lot of the Bush vote. And you have guys like Santorum and Cruz and other conservatives that could steal some of Huckabee's base. So they both needed to jump in there and say, hey, wait a minute, guys. You've been my troops. Stay where you are. I'm coming.
All right. Dick Morris, as always, we appreciate your insights and analysis. And a reminder that you can get your copy of the best-selling book by Dick Morris, Power Grab, by visiting the website powergrab411.com. When we return, we'll continue the discussion on today's Paris terror attack with Pete Hoekstra.